One way we can use Schoology with our in-person learners is by utilizing Schoology as a way to give students feedback on assignments. So let's say that I'm going to have a current event assignment where the students do a presentation on a current event. And one of the things I can do is that within Schoology, I can use the rubric creator, and I went through and I made a nice rubric for this current event presentation. But what I want to do is be able to have this rubric given to the students and then use it to score when they do the presentation. Now, instead of going and making copies and passing it out, cutting it out, I can utilize Schoology for this. All right. So after I've made my rubric within Schoology, and there's a separate link that shows you again the overview of the rubric creator, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my Schoology course, and I'm going to stay outside of my folder here of U.S. Constitution. I'm just going to add a material. I'm going to add an assignment. And I'm going to go ahead and title this assignment Current Event Presentation. So once it's in there, I could do a due date, points, all that kind of thing. I'll have to give a category. But then down here it says Scale Rubric. I'm going to go and I'm going to select my rubric, my Current Event Presentation. I want to make sure it's checkmarked to show it to the students. And then down here under Options, I am going to take away some things. So this one right here, it looks like the cardboard box with the green arrow. I'm going to click on that so it's just grayed out. That means students cannot upload things into here. I'm also going to remove the comments part. And now I'm going to go ahead and click Create. So what that's going to look like, all right, now if I go in here to Current Event Presentation, all I'm going to see is the rubric itself. I'm going to go ahead and switch my view. So I'm going to go and I'm going to view this course as if I'm my one student, Mr. Dave Gipe. So as Dave is here in this class as a student, when he goes to Current Event Presentation, the only thing he's going to see is that rubric. Now, what does that mean when things actually are happening? The students go ahead and do the presentation. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead into my Schoology gradebook as the teacher. So when I go to my Schoology gradebook, I'll be in marking period 1. Here's my current event presentation. So if I have Dave up in the front of the room, he's doing his presentation, I can go right here, and if I click on that symbol that's appearing in the box, my rubric magically appears. And as Dave is presenting, I can go ahead through and I can score him in that rubric while he's doing the presentation. Now I'm doing this here on my computer. You can do the same thing from your iPad. So that way if your computer is being used to project something in the class, just bring this up on your iPad and do the scoring that way. Once everything's done, I go ahead and save, and here's the nice thing with using Schoology for providing that feedback. The student gets that feedback right away. I don't have to go and take it and file it and then hand it back to them. If I'm doing my Schoology gradebook sync, when I just go ahead through with my Sapphire sync, it'll automatically push those grades over, so then the student will see it in Sapphire, the parents will see it in Sapphire. So it saves me a lot of that kind of paper shuffle that I used to do. All right. So again, utilizing Schoology as a way to give feedback to your students that are in person, even if they're not doing an activity that's in Schoology. You're just setting up that assignment, turning off the part where they would be able to make submissions, and having your rubric set ready to go to give them that feedback.